Hi, I'm Marilyn, and this is Eric, and this is Gimli, and we are the Calac Shelfies.
And today we're bringing you 7. No, you do it like this. I heard that's the polite way to do it. Like, oh, okay. I guess that's the American way to do it. 7 games to play here over Christmas with your gamer friends.
Right. So these are games that are a little more advanced.
A little more advanced, yes.
Right. The first game that we'd like to recommend is Dune Imperium.
Oh yes.
Dune Imperium is a worker placement game.
And deck building.
And deck building game. So there's quite a lot of things you do. You choose something to do on your turn, and when you do that, then maybe you block somebody else, so they can't do it anymore. Would you like to?
Well, the points are really tight.
Yes, very tight.
So you like really struggle for the points. But it's always like a close game.
And it's very fun.
Yeah, it's very fun. The expansion made it even better, but it's good without the expansion too.
Right, right. And there's another expansion that we haven't played yet.
No, it hasn't arrived here yet.
Yeah. Yes.
Assuming it's gonna arrive here after Christmas or something.
Right, right. Yeah, but it's quite fun. You can there's battling. It's like Dune, so you need water, you need spice, and you use spice to buy and water to buy different things that you need in the game. And
everyone picks a leader at the start of the game.
Right.
That's like a slightly thematic thing that they have special for them.
Abilities. Yeah, that's unique to each individual leader.
Yeah, and then you buy like cards to play during your turn.
Right.
That do different things.
Right. Yes.
No, it's a lot of fun, a lot of mechanics, but a lot of fun.
Very fun. The next game we have on our list is Star Wars Rebellion.
Star Wars in a box, as someone have often said, and I can only agree.
Yeah, that's really fun.
Like, have you ever wanted to blow up Naboo? I know I wanted to blow up Naboo, and I have done that in that game. It's pretty much a 2-player game.
Yeah.
You can play 4, but I don't think it would be as fun in theme.
I don't know. We never even. Yeah, we haven't done it. No. But I like it as a 2-player game.
Yeah, like one play the Imperium and the other the Rebels.
Right.
So it's like it's the first 3 movies.
It does a really good job of representing the movies and the Rebels and the Imperium.
You're flying. Yeah. So the Imperium has like a Death Star that can fly around and blow up planets, and the Rebels have a hidden rebel base.
Right.
And the Imperium is trying to find it and blow it up.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Imperium, they have like really a lot of ships too, so you get that feeling like the Rebels, they have this hidden base, and that's the important thing. They're not that many, so it's important to keep it hidden and such and such. So
that's
quite fun.
Really fun game.
Yes.
It will take a while to play, but it's well worth it.
Yes.
You can put on Star Wars while playing it.
Yeah, exactly. The next game we have on our list is Wingspan.
Wingspan, yes.
Yeah, which is nothing like Star Wars Imperium.
No. Although when you play the 2-player, like head-to-head 2-player, it is pretty competitive.
Yeah.
As opposed when you're playing like 4 or 5.
Well, in Wingspan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
So it has that. You can play it with more, but the less people you are, the more like tight I think the game is.
Yeah, absolutely. Like if you play with more, it opens up really a lot. Like you can do a lot more because there's a lot of things that are like everyone draws a card or everyone draws a food item, and the more players there is, the more chance you have that. So then it opens it up more as is. It's not quite as tight because you don't.
Like when you're 2 players, you can like, I'm gonna take that bird or that food so the other player can't get it.
Right.
But when there's many players, like each time it's your turn, like everything has circled around pretty much.
Right.
All the food has gone at least once, and the birds have often been like replaced.
Changed, right. Yeah. But this game is really neat. It's basically an engine building game. There's different goals in every single game, so it's always different. There's about, I don't know, 3,000 cards. No, I know, that's maybe too many. But there are so many cards.
Don't sleeve this game. It's cheaper to buy a new copy of the game if you wear the cards out.
Yes, but they're beautiful. The artwork is fantastic and just amazing, actually. The birds on this and it says where they come from, what their wingspan is, a little bit more.
Yep.
Really neat.
There is free expansions for it now because the Asia. I don't think Asia has showed up here yet, but it has arrived at least. I like the first expansion, Europe.
Yeah.
I don't like the second expansion, Oceania.
No, I agree that it has a new option that has nectar that
It's a lot easier to get birds out.
yes, yeah, and it's not, you don't even have to pay as much as in the eggs, I don't think,
No.
to put the birds out.
It became easier.
Yeah. So if you wanted a little bit easier game, then maybe you like that.
Yeah.
I think we both prefer it without the nectar, but you can just take out those cards and play it.
And also the player boards with the nectar are uglier than the original.
That's true.
I don't know why they
That is
changed the
true.
color. Like it's darker and they also don't look as
Right, because you get this portfolio when you start the game that you put your, I guess it would be your pictures of birds in it. But the original ones are just they're beautiful, and then the ocean, it just was not as
good looking at all.
It's good.
No, the player board or what you want to call it.
yeah, right.
Yep, but still
Really
wingspan-
fun game though,
Yeah.
super fun.
Otherwise, it
We got a
wouldn't be.
dice tower, a bird nest dice tower.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
The next game on our list is Castles of Burgundy. This is a really fun game also. It's, I don't know how you describe that one, is it?
Well, it's a Euro game
A
for
Euro
sure.
game.
You roll dice, so it's somewhat random, but it's still like you always do something.
Right, and you have tiles, so you're trying
Yeah.
to build your castle, I guess, yeah. So
With
you
all
have,
the surrounding area and
Right.
things like that.
right, so you have like a moat, and you have the actual castle itself, and you have gardens, and you have animals, and you can build it up just the way the dice roll, actually.
Yeah,
But you choose, of course.
and there's like ways to change the dice also.
Right, right.
So it's not as random as it may sound. It's really tight. I also think that's a game that's a bit tighter with like 2 players. But I do like it with 4 players too.
Yeah, I like it in all player
Yeah.
games. I think it's you still do really a lot of the same things with 4 players and 2 players. It doesn't change the game a whole lot.
No, I think the first place, like because who's in front there on the bridge, change a bit more often with 4 players.
Yeah. Yes.
But that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe more. Maybe that isn't it. But whatever, it works with both like 2 and 4 or 3, whatever.
Right. Right. But it's very fun.
Yeah.
Also. And then the next game we're recommending is Terraforming Mars.
Yeah,
I love Terraforming Mars. It is
That's
a great game.
it's a great game. It may not look super good, especially if you don't have upgraded components.
Yeah, we do.
We do, but it's so good.
Yes.
It's really fun.
Also, type engine building game.
Yeah, that like my favorite engine building game.
Yes, it's fantastic. It takes a while to play this. It doesn't matter what the player count is. It takes at least a couple hours to play
Yeah.
this game. But just you're terraforming Mars. That's exactly what you're doing. You're building things. You're building plants and stuff so that the oxygen level increases. You're getting the heat up in different fashions. What more are we doing?
No, well,
Colonizing.
you have the heat, the like the oxygen and the
oceans.
water, yes.
Yeah, right.
And then you put out like plants and stuff on, and you play your cards and
Right.
do things. You're pretty much like you're playing different generations, so it's like taking place over several generations.
Right.
The game.
Right.
And well, when the oxygen is at full level, the water is all out, and the temperature is max, the game ends.
Right, because then it is terraformed.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's also a bunch of expansions for this.
Right, we've got a couple expansions we've been using now. Venus Next we've been using, and Prelude.
Yeah, and then we have the map pack.
Right. Yeah, we have new maps now, so
Yeah.
to try different things. Just
But you don't need any expansion.
no, it's
The
great.
Prelude shortens the game a bit.
I think both of them shorten the game
Yeah.
actually, both Prelude and Venus.
Yeah. But the Venus, you start like a bit more things going in your engine already.
With Prelude.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. Yes. Really great game. And then the next game we'd like to recommend is Destinies.
Destinies, yes.
Destinies is a pretty awesome game. I kind of have the urge to really play it again now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a 1 to 3 player game though.
Yeah.
So we're either 2 or 4 normally. So it's a.
So we have to kick someone out and
Right.
say we don't want you.
Exactly.
And that's the spirit of Christmas.
All inclusive.
Yeah.
Right. This is an app-based game.
Yes.
Uh,
And it works really well. We played it with an iPad because you have
Yeah.
different cards and we're trying to solve things like you might have a gear like a shovel or something, and then you scan the shovel with the problem. There's a QR code,
yeah.
and then it's like gives you the result of what happens
Right.
based on that.
Right. And you're building out a map, and there's like lots of things to explore.
Yeah.
So every tile that it tells you to build, you have choices if you want to look things up or not. And,
Yeah.
see how in depth you need to get to the story, but you've also got to fill that goal. So it's a bit of how much do I want to know?
Yeah, depending on what character you play, that scenario
Yeah.
or goal will be different.
Right.
And was it there, because there's first a scenario like an intro scenario, and then there was 5 more scenarios in the base game or something, something like that. It took us 20 hours to play through the first. There's expansion and things, and I know you can go on GameFound right now. If you play like the base game of Destinies, and like, oh, I want more, you can go on GameFound right now. Like the campaign has ended, but there will be like pre-orders. You can still go in there and pre-orders like all the expansions that are not gonna show up in retails and stuff. You will have plenty of time to do that, like into the next year. So if you play Destinies this Christmas and love it, then you can totally go there and find the expansions.
Right.
But no, I also really want to play it again.
Yeah. The last game we're recommending at this time to play on Christmas with your game playing friends is Clank Legacy.
Yeah, and you will need a few days off for this.
Yeah, it takes a while to play through.
Yeah, we're not gonna say exactly how many times we play it,
Right.
because we
We don't
don't
want
want
to
to
give away too much.
spoil anything. But it is. We played it at 4, and we didn't play it like super competitive. We were more like trying to unlock things and do unlock, because you put out stickers and everything on the map, and you get like in one mission, oh, this one says this and this one says this, and in the next mission you can like decide what you want to do with, like you want to trust this guy or the other guy,
Right.
and we always like made sure we could like unlock as much as that as possible,
Right.
instead of like trying to win the game,
Right.
and because if you end the game, the people who are down, they just get knocked out.
Right. Right. So it is like just playing Clank, but you're building
Yeah.
all the time. We have obviously played it, and it's a game that you make your own board basically every time. But I would absolutely play it again. I would play it from the very beginning again. It was so much fun.
Yeah, and then when you're done, you have like a copy of Clank that's like unique for you, that you can play again, just like a regular Clank game, with a unique rule book and everything, because you have been changing the rule book while playing. Oh, that's so great. I wish there was like a Clank Legacy 2.
Yeah. Hint.
Hint. And I don't think the Penny Arcade people, because I think Penny Arcade like wrote most of it,
Yeah.
and I don't think they're watching us. But if
you
you're
are,
watching,
you wanted to.
if you're really gonna go talk with Direwolf, like even the dog, see how interested the dog is in it. Everyone wants Clank Legacy Acquisition Incorporated Season 2. Well, I think that's our 7 games.
Yep. That's our 7 games we're recommending.
Do we have anything to add?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You that too.
I can't see because you need to read.